Offline Nuzlocke and I, Pup, have randomized Pokemon Black and White. We are competing in a challenge called a Cage Lock, where after every gym battle, we compete in a 1v1 battle where the winner can unlock special prizes and the loser's Pokemon is lost forever. On top of that, anytime our Pokemon faints, it is dead forever, and we can only catch one Pokemon per route. After the champion, we fight in the ultimate 6v6 cage match to crown the champion. Watch until the end to see who wins.
Yo, what's poppin' on, guys? This is your boy Offline Nuzlocke, and welcome back. Well, welcome to the first episode of our Pokemon Black and White Cage Lock. This is the first Cage Lock on my channel and my opponent's channel, so I hope you guys are excited. And obviously, you can't do a Cage Lock without an opponent, so I'm here with my boy Pup. Say hi, bro.
What's up, guys? It's Pup here. Normally coaching the Green Bay Drillbers, but I'm here with a Cage Lock video, Offline Nuzlocke. Very excited to be here.
Awesome, dude. Dude, this is the first Cage Lock I'm doing on my channel. It's gonna be great. Are you ready to see your starters? Let's get some starter reaction first and foremost.
All right, ready to open the box?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, hit it.
All right. Let's see. You can reveal your first Pokemon first. Oh wait.
All right.
I just see him
Oh,
up here.
Yeah, you can probably just see all of them up here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I see all of them too. So, I mean, the viewers see all three, but I can start. My middle is Tortuga.
All right. I got Teddiursa in the middle.
All right. That's pretty good.
It's all right.
It's all right. I got Ninetales on the left.
Wow. I have a Pidgeotto.
Okay. So that's better than Teddiursa.
Yeah.
On the right, I have a Mandibuzz.
Oh, that's a really good one. I have a Slackoth.
Oh, okay. That one is just broken.
Is it though? We don't have random abilities or anything.
Did I not do random abilities? I forget.
I don't think we did.
Dude, I forgot about that. Yeah, then it's not broken. So
no, it's absolute trash.
Dude, your starters are kind of mid. Not gonna lie, I feel bad.
Yeah.
I think I have a clear answer though.
Yeah, I think I might end up going with a Pidgeotto here.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I guess once we pick our starters, we can explain the rules and some of the settings we did. First of all, I'm just gonna start off with like the settings that I went ahead and chose for this Cage Lock. Just to make it easier, we did random starters first and foremost. I did ban legendaries to almost like the whole playthrough. I also ended up doing power creep. So basically what will happen is like the power levels of the Pokemon is going to be scaled throughout the game. So like Route 1, you're not going to see some crazy Rayquaza or Zoroark. It's going to be more like Pidgey or Sentret or Nidorans and stuff like that.
It makes it a lot more balanced when we're against each other.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like a crazy situation where power levels are off the charts for both of us. But yeah, besides that, trainers have the same amount of Pokemon, but boss trainers are going to have a held item that the Pokemon can use, and it's not gonna be like bad items. It is going to be items that they can actually use to gain an advantage. So something can be holding a White Herb with Shell Smash or a Choice Band. You never know. So make this playthrough difficult but also doable at the same time. And yeah, Pup and I agreed on this. I think our playstyles match in terms of Pokemon games, so it was really easy to pick on that. But Pup, do you want to go ahead and explain the rules of the Cage Lock to the peoples?
Yeah, I'll get started. I'm choosing my starter now, which is I'm gonna pick my Pidgeotto, but with these Cage Lock rules, it's going to be a normal Nuzlocke, and if you guys don't know, that means if one of your Pokemon faints, it is dead forever. Can't, revive that thing at all. You can also only catch the first Pokemon on each route that you encounter. If we encounter something that we already have, then we can skip that with like a species clause or a duplicates clause. That just means that if you have, like, if I catch a Pidgey, or if I see a Pidgey on Route 1, I don't have to catch that thing. I can go for the next thing. So those are pretty much the normal Nuzlocke rules. And then with the cage match, after every single gym leader, we are going to have a one-on-one battle with some of our Pokemon. You know, bring our Draft League, you know, vibes together with this Nuzlocke. And whoever wins that one-on-one will get to choose either TMs or held items for our Pokemon that they can carry through the rest of the journey. And the Pokemon that loses that cage battle is gone forever.
Yeah, and the third perk that we decided on was a nature change and a pick of the egg moves for that Pokemon. So we have that in our arsenal as well. Some other things that we decided just for the sake of the playthrough is for every gym leader, before we fight the gym leader, we can scale our Pokemon up to the level cap, since we will not be using the held items in this game. So basically like a hardcore cage lock in some sense. But we will be working our mons up to the cap of the gym leader. Just to make it easier on us, we don't like go in under leveled if we don't feel like training and stuff like that. But that's the gist of the cage lock. I'm really excited, dude. This is my first cage lock, at least on YouTube, and I'm like, it's gonna be so much fun because we both do draft league stuff, and I feel like it's just gonna be crazy because I've seen you bring some heat in draft league, and honestly, like, I love that.
I mean, speak for yourself. I think that AV Gliscor, whatever you had, you have a lot of heat all the time. I definitely envy that.
Yeah, I definitely do not play competitive Pokemon like a lot of other people. I don't know why. I just like don't like running Kelks and stuff. I just go and cook up some different sets that no one would anticipate. But yeah, that has its ups and downs, I guess. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this cage matches because things are gonna go down between us, and honestly, a good little rivalry is not bad at the end of the day.
Yeah. All right. So where are you at right now?
So I just did the first two battles. I'm just slowly progressing through.
All right. I'll make sure I get caught up with that too.
If the new viewers, I just said newers, whatever. If the new viewers are here, if it's your first time, guys, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. But not only that, go subscribe to Pup. He's trying to get to 100 subscribers, and we need to do that by the end of this project. Better be at like 250 or something like that, because I know a lot of people enjoy Cage Lock, and you know what? Pup has some awesome Draft League content, and we'll be alternating episodes on each other's channels, so make sure you guys go subscribe to him as well so you do not miss a single episode of the series, because things are about to gonna get heated, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. If you guys want to check out each of our channels, that would be insane. I have a lot of really good draft content on my channel. Offline is getting into a lot of draft stuff too, which is awesome to see, and he's a very good battler as well.
Yeah, that's debatable because I haven't won a single battle in the EAPL, but hey, that could change, you know.
I mean, you're in the top division, like we have a lot of really powerful guys in there. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely a heated division for sure. Everybody plays out of their minds, so you can never be bad in that division, I guess. But yeah,
I'm just lucky to be 2-1 so far in there. I had a really bad start going like losing like 4-0 in the first week, but I brought it back.
Yeah. I'm still trying to bring it back, but we'll see what that happens. This is not a bad Mandibuzz, not gonna lie.
What kind of moves do you have on that thing?
I have I mean, I really don't care about the moves, so I'll reveal them to you. I got Gust, Leer, Fury Attack, and Pluck.
Oh, okay, that's
And
not too bad.
yeah, it's a pretty good Mandibus
Mhm.
to start off with. I think, okay, I'm not gonna lie, Mandibus is like one of the top Gen 5 Pokemons, even though if we have like things like Excadrill, Hydreigon, and stuff like that.
You're talking about
It's
like
like,
design-wise?
I'm talking like defensive prowess wise, like
Uh-huh.
it is one of the better defensive Pokemon that came out of Gen 5.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you also have stuff like Alomomola, that's a staple, but
Oh,
it's
that is
definitely good.
true. Yeah. I haven't used much of Alomomola, I'm not gonna lie. It is definitely one of the sleeper picks with it gets regenerated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the sleeper picks. I haven't had much of a chance to use it. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's I used to use it a lot. I used to be super into regenerator cores and just drafting like 5 regenerator Pokemon. So I would grab Aloe on like all my teams. But recently, in Gen 9, I've fallen out of that.
Yeah, Gen 9 is a weird metagame, I'm not gonna lie. I
Mhm.
did a lot of battling since like starting like Gen 7, and the metagame right now is insane. I'm not a big fan of Terra in terms of like the higher tier Terramons.
Yeah.
But the metagame is, I would definitely say it's weird. I just can't get a get a swing of it. But it's different from like past generations, because like you have a lot of teams that are just bulky and you can't break it. And there's also a lot of hyper offense in the sense, but
Yeah, the
I don't
hyper
know how to
offense is
describe
really
it.
killer.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like a mix of both, but if you face a mon that you can't break, it's just kind of over from the battle's perspective.
Yeah. I think also with Terra, like the high tier Terra that we have in the APL, I feel like it just leans into like so much setup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to fight Terra Como this week, and it's just gonna click Klingrisol and get a free like Omni boost against me. I'm never gonna be able to knock it out in one hit because it's just gonna tear it into a different type.
That's right, yeah. So it gets like a free kill right off the back, so you have to get ready with a mon that can set up
Yeah.
and probably take it out.
I will let you know though. I'm bringing a Mirror Herb Petrarun to try to combat that, which I think is gonna be
Oh,
super
that
heat.
is heat.
Yeah, I got Nasty Plot on that set too, so I can just set up on it.
What is the Terra type you're running for that?
I think I'm running Terra Fairy just so they can't hit me with any of those dragon moves.
Okay.
You know, because usually they run like a throat spray set with like Klingrisol and whatever dragon move and fighting move they get. They're gonna have to run
Yeah.
some coverage for my Petrarun, but I don't think they're gonna run like Ironhead for me. I don't have any other like really good fairies to look out for.
Yeah, and you also have a bunch of steel types, so I don't see them running Terra Steel Como in that regards as well. So Terra Fairy Petrarun is kind of really good,
Yeah.
and against their team, it is actually pretty decent because of things like Umbreon and even Arboliva. So that's a pretty good build right there.
Yeah, I was excited. I just did my team builder a little bit ago, and you know, just looking at the stuff I'm cooking up, it just makes me so happy sometimes. All right, I am standing here in front of the grass. I'll wait for you for this encounter though, if you'd like.
Go ahead and get your encounter, and then I'll get mine.
All right.
It's fine.
All right, let's see what this is gonna be. Oh, okay, this doesn't even seem randomized. It's just a Lillipup.
Oh no!
It's probably randomized.
It is probably randomized, but the level scaling probably gave it to you as a Lillipup.
Honestly, I don't mind it too much. Lillipup is actually pretty decent.
Yeah. Does it have Intimidate?
No.
Ah.
Yeah, that would be quite nice, but that's okay. Another normal type for my team, though.
Yeah. That's one of the things with older games, you're gonna have so many normal and water types, because there's just an abundance of them,
Yeah.
and randomizers tend to dish out a bunch of them. So,
Oh yeah, I'm sure we're
well,
gonna see like Magikarp and Feebas and Wooper on all these first routes.
wait, hold up. I'm gonna get my encounter, but I forget. You know how Gen 6 had a static Pidgey or Fletchling? I forget which mon it was.
Yeah.
Do you think you got that static mon? I don't know if Black and White has that, but we'll find out right now.
I don't think it does.
I have a Rog and Roller, so
Okay, so obviously not.
Yeah.
All right,
But-
Rock and Roll is really cool though.
Yeah, and especially that I don't have to trade to evolve it. It's pretty good.
And it definitely counters both the Pokemon on my team so far, which is not a good sign.
It is not, but also don't forget you have 2 more possibilities for encounters.
Yeah.
So you should be okay.
Yeah, especially with how common water types are in the early game. Maybe some other grass types too.
Yeah. I caught my Rog and Roller in the first ball. I think the first route is guaranteed capture, if I'm not wrong.
I do not remember. I just hit it a couple times and threw a ball, so
Fair.
wasn't trying to
Fair.
risk anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and nickname my Rog and Roller Mask, because that has been one of my older nicknames. I just have like signature nicknames for Pokemon, from just playing a lot, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I've got a
follow
couple of
that.
signatures as well. I started out in Gen 4 with Platinum, so
Okay.
I like carried myself through the game with a Luxray. I named that thing Dexter, so anytime I catch a Shinx, gotta name it Dexter.
Yeah, Kurumi is one of the signature nicknames for Manibus for me. I don't know where I picked it up from, but just like it was there at one stage, and I'm like, this mon fits it perfectly. So
Yeah, I mean it sounds cool. So, all right, did you end up randomizing shop items?
I did. So special shops are randomized. So we should have our basic like shop with potions and stuff, but the other shop should be randomized. So
Yeah, I'm gonna check out that shop right now.
yeah, me too. I'm almost there.
Okay, I got Dawnstone. Oh, there's choice specs in here.
Whoa, okay, that's a big item right there, especially for something like Pidgeotto.
Yeah, but it's
That's not
$10,000,
bad.
so
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to spend a bunch of cash for that.
yeah.
I think that was one of the other settings, like the items are priced appropriately or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be funny to see.
hmm But I cannot buy that now. Gotta spend some more money on the Pokeballs.
Yeah, also fight all the trainers, huh?
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about this battle versus N. It's kind of been a killer before for me when I'd done Nuzlocks, but with the like power settings, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it should have a similar strength in terms of like, what does he have, Zoro or something? For
I think
this
he has
battle?
Purloin normally.
Oh, Purloin, yeah. It should not be terrible.
Yeah. I should be fine. I have Sand Attack on my Pidgeotto in case anything goes south.
Yeah, I haven't played much of on this setting usually, so it's new for me too. I got a Pasho Berry, leftovers,
Oh, leftovers are
Dude.
nice.
Stone Plate 2.
Wow. How much is
Razor
that leftovers gonna cost you?
Oh, it's $10,000.
Okay.
I can't afford it. But Pasho Berry though, that's only $1,000. So might have to come back for that.
I had a lot of like evolution items in mind, so I made up like half of it.
Okay. That's not bad though, because like if you get a Pokemon, you can just come back and evolve it.
Yeah, but
So,
am I really gonna need a shiny stone or a dawn stone? Like,
you never know. You find a Togetic, like that's a guaranteed evolution right there.
I guess.
Even a Cottony,
Yeah.
dude, Cottony is pretty bonkers.
Yeah. I guess we
early
could
game.
see a Cottony before this first gym.
Exactly. Dude, Cottony is one of my like favorite fairy types. It's just so versatile with prankster and stuff.
Oh, and just has a patch rat. We're fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah, Pidgeotto can take care of that easy peasy.
So, let me ask you this. How did you get started with Pokemon Draft League? Because I'm quite curious to know how you got started on this journey.
All right, so I think I started, it was during Gen 6, I think, in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I did my first Draft League. I had been watching watching A Drive,
Mm-hmm.
and so like he used to do a lot of Draft League stuff, and I thought that was super fun.
Yeah.
I was also like an active community member on Pokemon Showdown, like one of the channels, Wi-Fi. I would like trade with people a bunch, and eventually I got invited to do some Draft League with one of my friends in there.
All right.
That season it was super duper scuffed though. So I think there were like 6 of us maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So that was already like a big issue, was just so many powerful Pokemon. And we didn't do it by like tiers or points or anything. We just like picked whatever was on the board.
Ah, I see.
But the worst part about it is that we could like we had unlimited free agent transactions and we could do them before any week. So you could just like counter team.
Okay. Yeah, so you go in every week, just build the best team and drop a bunch of Pokemon.
Yeah. So that was
Okay.
a scuffed entry. And then I ended up joining some other draft league. I forget what it was called. But I ended up being like, they were looking for a replacement. And I joined them and I ended up having like some really bad seasons because I was not very good at competitive. But I stuck through it. I've taken a couple breaks since then, but I'm really into the draft league scene.
So I guess I got into like just the idea of draft leagues. I was introduced to a little bit later, like the tail end of like Gen 6 and early Gen 7. I was a lot bigger shiny hunter, and then I actually also saw A Drive's draft league stuff first, and I'm like, that's pretty cool, like Pokemon competitive, that would be awesome. And the thing that sparked my interest in draft league was actually A Drive's game against Kyle A, where Kyle A, I don't know if you know him, but
Yeah.
he brought some weird Pokemon sets, and he actually beat A Drive in that match. And I'm like, I need to check this dude out. And then I got to watching his Gen 7 draft league videos, and dude brought like absurd Pokemon every single week and made it work for most of them. And I'm like, okay, if I get into draft league, like this is the type of battling I want to do. And that's what piqued my interest. And after that, I just would go on Showdown random battles all the time.
Yeah.
Do OU here and there. And then I actually started my channel afterwards for this, and I used to do a lot of Nuzlocke content, and I would like build my Pokemon like draft Pokemon. And what happened afterwards is like I would just go back and forth with draft content, and I didn't upload much of competitive Pokemon on this channel, but I did a lot of Nuzlockes and I did competitive Pokemon on the side. And few of my other YouTube friends started up a draft league, and they were just in part of different draft leagues, and they were like, can you help me build and stuff? And that's when I started like coaching people, because like before doing actual draft league on my channel, I was just like coaching a bunch of people.
Alright.
And one of my friends was in a Gen 7 draft league, and he was on a 0-4 record, and I'm like, all right, let's take a look at your team. We changed a couple mons, made some transactions, and he went 4-4. So he went.
Oh wow, that's pretty
He
impressive.
clinched playoffs basically. So that was fun. And then my other friend started a no item league in Sword and Shield, and I started helping a few of the people in that league, and what ended up happening was I basically had to stop helping them because everybody that I helped ended up winning that match, and they're like, "You are not fair, so we're gonna put a ban on you helping people." So
That's
I had
pretty
to
crazy
stop.
to have that sort of legacy.
Yeah, I had to stop helping people, and yeah, I'm good at helping people build,
Uh,
but I'm terrible at battling right now. I think it's more of this gen that I don't like the power creep and stuff, and I like using some of the old Pokemon, but I'll probably get used to it. But I still love building, and that passion of building weird Pokemon definitely came from Kale for sure.
uh,
Um,
that makes
and
a lot
then
of sense.
yeah, and then I saw Pokegame bring out SPL season 1. I was like so hyped because like
Uh-huh.
that's when Draft League was back in full force, and I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool. And I've been itching to get into Draft League like ever since Gen 6, so I'm like, oh dude, I have to try. And yeah, after the start of season 2, I'm like, I'm actually gonna look out for any leagues that start up, and yeah, here we are. I'm like, I saw APL's application. I'm like, I want in. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah. I'm curious, did you apply for the top division?
I actually applied for the Wave division because I was like, I'm not that good. I don't think Storm is a perfect level for me because it's like Storm will have crazy people. Like I know my capabilities based on Pokemon Showdown, and I know there are some cracked people.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, Storm is not the place for me. I applied for Wave, and Don Bozo reached out to me. He's like, I'm gonna have to put you in Storm, and I'm like, dude, I'm not that good. But here,
No, but I
I
mean, you're swinging back into it. I'm sure that you're gonna clutch up some dubs soon.
I hope so. I end up getting a EMS for my encounter while we were talking about
Ooh,
this. So
that's a good encounter. I
it is
I
a pretty
caught a
good encounter.
Poliwag.
Okay, so that's your counter to my my rock and roller right there.
Yeah, until you
Not
put a
bad.
Pasho Berry on that thing.
Yeah, true. Poliwrath is one of the best Pokemon for me because it is one of the mons that I utilized with my first friend's team where we made some transactions. He had a bunch of fighting types, so what ended up happening is he had Poliwrath in that team. So what I did was I convinced him to drop one of the Pokemon, and we ran Pseudo Rain with Poliwrath because it could Dynamax,
That
and
sounds
it
like
ended
a
up
fun battle.
yeah, it ended up sweeping a lot because it would just max Rainstorm or whatever the move was called,
Mhm.
and ended up setting up really nicely on most of the opponents in that league. So Poliwrath has a history with me. I also ended up doing a couple tournaments, and one of them was a doubles tournament, and one of the rounds I did have the chance to run a Rain Poliwrath team, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, tell me about some of your crazy draft league stories.
You know, honestly, I don't have like too many of these crazy stories. Um, it's been a long time coming, so that is what it is. I remember joining this draft league in Gen 8 with like all Dynamax and stuff. So I ended up joining this like side league, kind of like how we have like the low tier league in GWA.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly forget what it was. I think we were just there to scout out the tiers for like the next season that was upcoming, since Gen 8 had just come out or whatever.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting like one of the first couple picks, and I got Dracovish on my team.
Oh.
So you already know I just like ran with that thing and destroyed everyone. That's
Yeah.
like the only draft league I can remember in like recent times actually winning.
Mm-hmm.
And people they didn't know what to do against Dracovish. Like it would just destroy them. I would run Choice Scarf and click Fish's Rend and everything would die.
Yeah.
There was one guy who had a Seismitoad on his team, and that's the only person who didn't like get 6-0'd by Dracovish the whole time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gen 8 with the Draco-ish Baganza was kind of interesting. I struggled a little bit with the Draco-ish, but I came up with a few of the counters, at least in I forget if Draco-ish was banned right away. Um, but I faced some Draco-ish in like Showdown and stuff, and I came up with a couple counters. Um, on on my OU team, I had this really defensive Ferrothorn with Rocky Helmet, Iron Barbs that could take hits, and I also ran Specs Dragapult with Dragon Pulse.
Oh yeah,
And
that's a good counter.
I think I was the first one on Showdown to run Special Dragapult because like the first day the game came out, I didn't have it. So I went to Showdown when I heard I'm like they have the new Monzin, and I'm like, yo, this Pokemon, like this Jet Pokemon looks really cool, and I didn't even pay attention to its normal stats. I was like Specs Fastmon, I'm gonna do that. So I took that to ladder and it was pretty successful. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, Gen 8 was fun with the Dynamax and stuff. I didn't love the Dynamax meta in the beginning, but once I got comfortable with it, I'm like, I can get behind this.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I still would prefer literally everything else over Dynamax though.
Yeah, I can see that. Right now, like, if I think about the only wrong, well, not the wrong thing, but only bad thing about Terra for me is like when it's unpredictable. So like if you're in a competitive situation with you know any league, if any mon can Terra into any type, it's kind of like a lot of like something that you can't predict, and that's kind of not fun for me.
Yeah.
But besides that, like if you have set Terra types and things like that, I don't mind Terra either. Dynamax is cool. I'm not a big fan of Z moves, not gonna lie. It's just like a one-time move that, you know, does something else. But
yeah, Z
Dynamax
moves are
kind of
kinda
built
lame,
upon that.
But
yeah,
I don't know. With Terra, I mean, we can talk about Terra, man. Like, in my leagues, we were discussing it. We have been for the last couple days about what we're gonna do for like the next season. So I guess you're in there in GWA. We have like a Terra cap from a high tier, or like we have Terra caps from top tier, from high tier, from like, and then from low tier, I guess.
Yeah.
So we're like, a lot of people are complaining that, you know, the high tier Pokemon that get Terras, even if they only get like Stab and one other type, is way too much.
Yeah.
I've ran like Terra, Fairy, Iron Valiant in the first week with Choice Specs and just one shot like every single Pokemon. And then like a week or two ago, I ran Terra Fairy on my Enam that I got since I traded away my Iron Valiant, and just like smoked teams again. And it's like, it's not even fair to have Terra on this high tier Pokemon. I think more leagues should allow like free Terra on lower tier Pokemon. Especially if we're gonna keep Terra on high tiers, like you have to have more freedom for those low tiers to be able to Terra to actually be able to counter the high tiers.
Yeah, honestly, I like that idea. If it's like if we put a ban on high tier Terra, saying like you can only choose couple, and then free reign on any low tier Terramon, that would, I mean, it could get crazy, but you actually have a chance to do something against a lot of the other Pokemon. But I do agree, like Terraing high tier Pokemon, and for context for the viewers, high tier, we're talking something like Enamorus, Iron Valiant, Greninja, things like that. Something that has a really good power level. It just ruins the whole metagame, where if you don't prep well for that Terra, you can get 6-0'd by that Pokemon. You can just get swept. Whereas the idea that I like about low tier Terra is it gives them actually a power level that you can play with.
Yeah, I think you know, I'm in the PSL right now, which is my like national Dex league, And
Mm-hmm.
ooh, I'm in a bad spot right now. I'm up against
Yeah, I
a
just
trap
got
inch, and I'm
poisoned.
kind of trapped.
Oh, did you get
Oh
arena
wait,
trap?
actually, he's not arena trap. I thought he was.
I banned bad abilities, so you should be able to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't know if that bans arena trap or not, but I have my Mandibus poisoned, but it's out of battle, so I'll just make my way back to the Pokemon Center.
Yeah, you should be fine. But as I was gonna say about PSL, what we have for Terras is like, I mean, we have like 20 like point-based tiers, and then Pokemon in like tiers 8 and 9 can Terra into Not Stab, and then like below that can Terra into any type, and then like 3 and below can use Terra Blast, which I think is like, it's actually been super fun. But the one big issue with that is if you like just don't tier correctly and you leave stuff open, like I have Minior on my team with free Terra, and it's the MVP of the entire league. Like, it has just destroyed everyone. No one can do anything really.
Yeah, I've seen your battles with that Minior. I can see why it's the kill leader. Yeah, see, like something like that, like if you let a lower, I mean, I would say Minior is a lower tier Terra. But yeah, if you don't tier it properly, it can just cause havoc against the whole team, or the league. I mean, yeah.
I mean, and that's where you want to get into like complex bans, and then it's just like a lot of work going on. So, you know, Terra is just complicated a lot.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I guess you brought up a great point. With other draft leagues, I mean, the bigger draft leagues, obviously people are doing this full time, and they have the time of their day to probably iron out the details for the best content. But something like, you know, smaller leagues that are just getting started, like people are probably students, or, you know, they work a 9 to 5 and then they want to do this in their free time, so probably not the best of their, I guess they probably don't want to spend their time like tiering and stuff, because it's just extra work that not a lot of people want to do when they're just trying to have some fun after their jobs, or, you know, their IRLs.
Now, I know like there are some people in my leagues that are like literally 40 years old. There's some people that are like 10. Like, there's people doing anything.
Exactly.
They just don't have the time to prepare for everything.
But I'm glad that draft leagues are making a return, because it's a good concept of Pokemon that should be enjoyed by a lot of people, and it's just fun to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's really like the SPL is the biggest thing pushing it right now, especially with season 2, like coming back with like, you got Shady Penguin here, you have like Hayden bringing in stuff from a completely different scene. I mean, just bringing back all those people is so huge for the draft community.
Yeah, and I mean, like if we get, like if we keep up the momentum with leagues like that, there's a high chance that the scene grows up, because I mean, if you look at the recent sales of the Pokemon games, they have just been increasing even with whatever the performance is. I really don't care. But yeah, they've been just going up. So introducing new people to a concept like this, there's a lot of potential in growing. So definitely a fun time.
Yeah. The unfortunate thing though is that I'm pretty sure Pokegame said that they're not going to do a season 3 of SPL like soon.
Yeah.
Like, not this generation.
I got a zoom lens, by the way. I forget what it does, but it's a pretty good item, I think.
I think it like increases your accuracy if you move last. Ooh. Oh, you're just now doing that Bianca fight?
Yeah. I had my Mandibus poisoned, and then I'm like, I'm gonna run back.
Oh yeah,
I don't
it
wanna risk
takes
anything.
forever just running back. Yeah, I just got my monkey.
Oh, you got your monkey already?
Yeah.
You're zooming.
I am just zooming, man.
Yeah, I'm just taking it slow because I'm just enjoying the conversations. Like, Draft League hypes me up. This is not what I want to see.
What does Bianca have?
I'm facing a Geodude.
Oh, that's gonna be just annoying to take out.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't have anything to hit you with, really, though.
Oh, it has a quick claw.
Ooh.
All right.
I kind of
mean,
forgot
I
that,
just have to
that
chip
rival
it
battle
down.
had items.
Yeah, it's the boss trainer, so it's not gonna be fun. I'm just gonna scout for moves for now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if my Yamask has Nightshade, that would be fun. But I forget what it has.
You want to know what I got as my monkey?
Sure.
I ended
Yeah.
up getting a Bellsprout.
Okay, that's a pretty good Pokemon right there.
Yeah, I'm definitely pretty happy about that.
So
Gives
you
me
got a
couple
good
more
little
options for
grass
Steel.
type. You got a water type. You have 2 normals, a normal flying.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna take out this Geodude now. So Geodude, bye bye. You were annoying, but
Alright.
at least the Geodude is down. Let's see what her next mon is,
Yeah.
because it's gonna be not fun.
Alright, I'm gonna run into Charon up here in the trainer school. Start taking
Oh,
him
it's an
out.
Elgium.
Oh, that's not too
Okay.
bad. Except for you have no
Yeah.
Astonishes left.
I do not have any Astonishes, yeah. But I can pluck it, so
Oh, yeah.
no problem. Something that I can actually hit.
Well,
But yeah.
oh, man, Charon has a Geodude.
You have 2 ways of hitting it. You got
Oh, yeah.
Bubble, you got Wine Whip.
Nah, I have plenty to beat it down. Oh, the
Yeah,
Geodude has a Pasho Berry, though.
Okay, so things are actually heated in the boss battles. We're gonna have to try in this hardcore Nuzlocke,
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
He used Rock Polish, too, so now he's gonna be faster than my whole team.
Oh, dude, you better one-shot it.
Oh, actually, I'm still faster. Okay.
And Bianca told me I'm a tough cookie to crack, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, your Geodude was pretty tough, not gonna lie.
Uh-huh. Ooh, it's a Shuppet as their ace. That's interesting.
Okay. I kind of like the power creeping, not gonna lie.
No, it's actually
pretty
fun.
fun. Yeah, it's a new setting that I stopped doing randomizer Nuzlocks for a while, and it's kind of nice to come back to an updated like setting.
Yeah, I didn't even
UI.
realize I had been using like the old one. I didn't realize there was a new randomizer out.
Yeah, they came out like
Ooh,
a few years ago.
Jaboca
But
Berry.
I got Akaberry. Oh, you know about
Yeah,
Jaboca
I know
Berry.
about
I didn't end up running it, but it would have been funny if I did.
Uh-huh.
And there's Rocky Helmet on my screen, so that could be pretty funny.
Oh, wow.
I have a Relic Crown for $0, but I'm not buying that. That's just not fair.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to check the shop in this city.
Yeah, I have some pretty good items too. I just need money. If I could get an amulet coin, that would be awesome.
Well, the unfortunate thing is we can't use items yet since no one's won a cage match, right?
Oh, that is true. I forgot. You can't use it.
Yeah, I
You're
already
right,
have a
not
couple
even
good items that I
in-game.
would put on, but not.
Do you really?
I mean, I have some like, I have a wave
Berries.
incense that would be nice to just power up my water moves. A couple things like that.
Okay, you've been keeping it quiet on all the good stuff you have.
I mean, yeah, I
It's not
wasn't
fair.
about to let you know everything,
Oh, I'm an open book. You can ask me everything. I don't care. I'll tell you everything that I have.
Did we
'Cause, I
put
mean-
on typed gyms?
I don't know if I had the setting to do that.
Oh well, doesn't really matter. I was just
Yeah.
curious because I am entering the first gym right now. I'm gonna fight these trainers
Okay.
a little slowly though.
I'm so underleveled. I didn't fight anything.
Really,
And
what levels are you?
well, 6. Well, my Mandibus is 9, but Yamask is 6. Yamask is 5, and Roggenrola is 6.
Oh wow,
So,
my whole team is level 10 or above right now.
yeah. I mean, you did fight
The
the
whole
other
Dream
battles.
Yard
though.
and Charon and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get a little bit ahead on levels from that. It's because I didn't have to
And
run
we
into
can-
any Geodudes. I mean, except for the one that was easy.
Yeah. The mon that you can actually take out. What is hard for your team to take out? I mean, you have a normal type, and you have water and grass. Like that's like pretty good.
I mean, honestly, Poliwag is super weak, so like fire types are actually kind of good into me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even psychic types.
But luckily, this gym just has a Hoppip, so it's not really gonna do
I
anything into
see.
me.
Found a Shinx.
That's my little
That,
guy.
Yeah.
You know, I have a Christmas ornament of a Shinx that I made.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my family used to do like every single year. We would make Christmas ornaments like ourselves, and just
Mhm.
like a different style. So one of the years we made Pokemon ornaments out of like, well, we had like the ornament glass ball, and then we like stuffed yarn inside and like drew faces on it.
Okay.
And so
That's
those
pretty
ended
cool.
up really cool. I think there's a Pikachu one for sure, then my Shinx. Forget what the rest of them are, but they ended up really good.
See, I've been into Pokemon literally all my life, so I used to, like, when I was little, I used to draw them a lot,
Uh-huh.
because I was actually decent at drawing, so, my room when I was a kid, like, it was like me drawing a Pokemon, outlining it and coloring it, and then I used to cut it out and, just use it as, like, background and stuff.
That's cool.
So, it was all over the walls and cabinets, and it was a lot of fun. I had a really good Bulbasaur too, so that was my highlight of drawing. I'm not good anymore, so don't expect me to draw. But
I mean, you do some
I
really,
picked
really
up-
good art at least.
yeah, I picked up Photoshop, and that's been a savior ever since.
That's awesome. I wish that I was half as good, because these layouts are awesome.
It took me, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a couple of years to produce what I produce now. Because like before 2020, I like if I send you my layouts, they were really basic. Like, a background and just like 6 eggs on the bottom for an egg log layout or something like that.
Yeah.
It was really basic.
I mean, everyone
And
starts
then-
out there.
Exactly. Everyone has to start out there. You start from 0, and then it's just up to you to how fast you grow in terms of skill level. And I don't know, I just kept at it. I'm like, I wanna make some decent layouts, because I saw a lot of creators with really good layouts, and I'm like, I want to be there one day.
Yeah.
And that was just the inspiration behind it. But yeah, and then I'm like, oh, they make it on Photoshop. I used to make my layouts on PowerPoint, and I still believe if you don't have Photoshop, you can make awesome layouts on PowerPoint.
Oh,
'Cause, once I started to get the hang of it, I had some
Come on.
decent PowerPoint layouts, and I showed it to my friends, and they were like, "You made this on PowerPoint?" It's just crazy. So,
That's pretty
but
funny.
yeah, I started with like PowerPoint and Windows Movie Editor. Oh, dude, those were the days.
Yeah. Right now I'm using GIMP because I don't want to pay for Photoshop, and I didn't care too much to, get it in very legal means.
Yeah, I have to use PowerPoint for work, or Photoshop for work, so I have the luxury to have PowerPoint for personal use as well.
That makes sense.
But
I did take some like digital design classes in high school and had Photoshop from that, but I
Okay.
don't have that anymore, so it's pretty
I
unfortunate.
see. Yeah, one thing that's nice about college is you can try to get softwares. And they can just give it to you for free, so
Yeah,
maybe you can get it that way.
I'm sure I probably could if I went to our College of Media Arts and Design, but I just haven't really thought about
Yeah.
it too much. And GIMP is like plenty fine for me for what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, and GIMP is literally the free version of Photoshop, right? It's just like
Yeah.
the same thing, just easier.
I mean,
I did not have to pay for it.
yeah, it's definitely not easier though. You know, it's kind of a pain in the butt more than I remember Photoshop being.
Actually, yeah, I misspoke. Yeah, it is not easier than Photoshop because I have it too. I was like, well, let me take a look at GIMP. But yeah, definitely, yeah, I can see that. All right, I'm about to get my monkey. Let's see what this is.
All right, be something bad. Come on.
Oh, you giving me a Joltik? I'll take it.
That's so cool.
Yo, I'm getting Gen 5 mons. All right, I've never had this good of a luck in my series. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
I did not think I would get a Joltik here.
That is lucky.
Spooter it is. Call him Spooter. That's a pretty cool mod. Galvantula is like really good.
No, I love Galvantula.
I mean, I drafted it too. But...
It's great on your team too. I think Sticky Webs with a Hoopa Unbound is actually crazy.
I dropped Hoopa Unbound.
I know, but like,
yeah.
It would have been.
Yeah, it would have been. I don't know. I was like, you know, I wanted to test out some new mons, and that's what this league was. I'm like, let me see what I can make work and whatnot. I definitely did not draft in my comfort zone. Some of them I did. Ape is literally not in my comfort zone. It's not my playstyle.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see if I can make something happen with mons like them. Manaphy is another Pokemon that was not in my comfort zone. And I just wanted to see what I could do in this draft league, especially with you know, the high tier Terra and stuff.
Yeah.
So I definitely did not draft in my comfort zone, and I just wanted to see what I could do. But I really liked the team I had before. I would have probably not changed it. Like I loved my team before Grace. I don't know why I changed things around. There were a couple of recommendations, and I'm like, all right, they probably know a lot about drafts, so let me make some changes. But
I don't know. I mean, you sound like you were a really good coach. You should know how to build the best team.
Yeah, and I had a pretty decent team, and then I saw the whole spreadsheet stuff about, you know, you can look at your type charts, weaknesses, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh my god, I have a terrible team. No, I didn't. I never believe in that stuff anymore. Because I really think it's up to the player on how they play at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Like, so at this point, like, I'll use it. That's another tool I can use to see if I can get something happening. But yeah, if I do any more draft leagues in the future, I'm sticking to my day one team and see how it plays out. Because I think, like, if I need to make changes, I can definitely do that. But I don't want to just drop my whole team in Grace and then pick up a new team.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty lame.
Yeah.
Are you planning on doing some Wi-Fi League stuff?
So GWA is my Wi-Fi league for now. I was looking, like, when I started, like, I wanted to start with a Wi-Fi league, and then APO was just Showdown. I'm like, all right. I mean, I haven't found any other leagues so far. I'm taking on Sharon, by the way. So I just joined the APL, but I was looking for Wi-Fi leagues, and if I do another league, I would probably do it after APL ends. And if I am going to do a Wi-Fi league, it's probably gonna be a low tier Terra. I'm not gonna opt for anything else.
So
low tier Terra.
I'm in a league, the PWC right now, and in that one we have like one Terra captain per team that has to come to every game. Like, that's a low tier. It's like, for example, my Terra captain is Cryogonal, so I have to bring Cryogonal to every game, and I feel like that's super fun. We're, you know, right before halfway through the season, maybe about halfway. So I'm sure that would probably be a good fit.
Yeah, I've been watching all your draft league content because it's so fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, PWC seems like a league that I would really enjoy, especially with like I was looking at your team. Your team is actually broken in that league.
Oh yeah.
Genuinely believe that. He has an Oshawa for me. Nice. Um, but yeah, if there is a league something like that, I would definitely jump on that. But right now, as of right now, what I'm seeing is like even being in two draft leagues is a little bit too much for me,
Uh-huh.
especially with like everything IRL and then handling two draft leagues, like prepping for it and all of that. That's a bit too much. So if I do more draft leagues in the future, it'd probably be one at a time.
Yeah. I'm definitely trying to cut down a little bit, even though it doesn't seem like it, because I'm adding like 2 new leagues into my rotation this week. So I'm gonna be, I think I'm at 6 that I'm in right now, which is
That's a lot, not gonna lie.
uh-huh. No, it's definitely a lot, and sometimes it's too much. It's a lot to like schedule on the weekends, but I don't go out and do stuff. I think like one of the first videos that I put out, it was for the low tier league, like the first season of it, and it was like 53 minutes or something.
Wow.
I mean, it's just everything takes so much longer in Wi-Fi. And like with all the animations, especially with like, Terra, that takes up like at least like a minute in the match, just like for both sides to Terra.
Yeah. See, that's the thing with Pokemon Battle, and like even in APL, like if I have longer matches, I just get I call it showdown fatigue or Pokemon battle fatigue, where I'll be just more inclined to start clicking buttons and be bad basically, because like I just don't want to sit there too long and just battle on a single battle. I guess it's kind of bad, but yeah.
No, but I think with like Wi-Fi, it just like I feel way more immersed in the game. It just like makes me feel like the choices that I'm doing matter a lot more.
Yeah.
And so when I do Showdown, I have like my little calculator like add-on thing that's right there, so I see what things are gonna do. So like I feel like I don't think as much. I just like read and say it says 1-hit KO. Okay, I click the button. Sort of thing. But in Wi-Fi, it's a lot different.
This Whismer is uproaring, and it's kind of doing a lot of damage even to my Mandibus, so I need to... Well, it calmed down for a bit, so hopefully I'm good.
You've got your Yamask, right?
I do have my Yamask, you're right. I should have thought about that. I'm like, I have a ghost type. Why didn't I go to that? Yeah. Oh, I'm on the 3rd curtain. That's what it is.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Curtains.
I was like, wait a minute, did I just miss that trainer?
But yeah, I don't know. I also don't calc too much. Like, I'll calc before games and stuff, but like when I'm battling, I don't do much of calcing, and it's probably something that I should start doing, but I just don't feel like it. And at that point, I'm like, I'll just wing it. If it kills, it kills.
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing about Showdown is like I have the little add-on that like it will show me how much damage stuff is doing, and it'll like automatically import like my sets and then use like a normal like OU set if you're heading against like an Iron Valiant or something. So I feel like that's really useful for me. It's been really nice so far. And
yeah,
just, like,
I might ask you to see if I can add that on mine, because that would be really helpful.
Yeah, it's great.
Alright guys, so we're gonna wrap up for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this podcast style almost project. We're gonna have some heated moments for the cage matches and stuff, but I was really happy with this first episode, so...
Nah, I was really happy too. I mean, you got crazy Pokemon though.
I did get crazy Pokemon, but it's a good time when I get to have some fun with new friends, and it's my first time recording with Pup, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to both of our channels, because the next episode will be on Pup's channel. I don't know what the schedule of this series is going to be like. We're kind of leaning on getting the series done before we upload it, so we'll see how that goes. But anything else you have to say, Pup?
Nope. Just check out both channels. Make sure that you guys stay up to date with both of our channels so you can see when the next episode goes up.
And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Offline Squad.
See ya.